far as everything we've already discussed, then I mean, you got a pretty good understanding of the van. You know, it's as much as I could, the different styles of van, the height of the roof, the wheelbases, the different, whether it be a cargo or a crew van, standard options like the rear view camera. There's also crosswind stabilization. So for something like this, like the crosswind stabilization standard in Mercedes, it is a high profile vehicle, but the vehicle will correct for high winds. So, I mean, as far as safety goes and ride quality, you're not going to find a better van on the road.
Okay, so this van that we're looking at is 144, and that's the inches between wheels.
That's the wheelbase, yeah.
The wheelbase, and it's a V6 turbo V6 or a
Turbo diesel V6.
turbo diesel V6. At the present time, there's only diesel available. You're expecting in the next 6-8 months that there may be a gas version of this. The advantage of the diesel from your standpoint is?
Especially from you who's going to be towing something, I think that low end torque is going to come in very handy. I think it's going to put less wear and tear on the engine and the drivetrain. I just think it's a better option for you than the gas engine.
Okay, and what weight towed will this handle?
5,000 pounds.
5,000 pounds, okay. And what we're looking at here is really just sort of the base version of it. It's basically $45,000 tax tip and license plates, okay. This is the basic version. This is the tall version of it, and so you can stand in it. I can stand in it. I've actually shot some pictures of myself in it. The other length is 177 inches.
170.
170, okay, and that adds what?
3 feet.
3 feet, and how many dollars?
Base model 170 cargo, you're going to be in the realm of MSRP of around 48.
Okay, but it's like $3,000 more. I think.
Yes.
What would come?
No, you're talking about the difference between the low roof and the high roof on the 144. When you go to the 170 base model on that, I think the one we looked at over there was 48,000.
Okay.
So.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go around and do the rest of the video, so we can get it with no windows, which is what we would want. There's a rear camera on this, okay, but that's only when you're doing reverse, so you can't see it. This panel that we're now looking at can be with or without it, and if we took it out, it's just $200 savings. So it's really sort of our choices. Doors open nice and wide. Coming around then. So here's the sliding door that it opens into, and then you can get outfitting that I'm assuming there's specialist companies that do that.
What you want, I would direct you to the right company.
Okay. And so inside it's got a radio, which is really sort of the only, got an air conditioner and so on.
You have AC, a radio. The radio does have Bluetooth capabilities, so you will have the Bluetooth capabilities with the phone.
So if there was another option, what option would you think we might want to consider?
The only other option I would tell you to consider is if you wanted to go with something a little bit longer, but that comes down to what you need the vehicle for. If you don't need all the additional space, then I would just stay right with this model.
You sell a lot of these?
We do.
Is this the most popular?
The 144 crew van, be careful behind you. The 144 crew van is our most popular model that we sell here. Cargo van being the second most popular.
So tell me again the difference between a crew van and just a Sprinter.
Has the windows on the door and on the opposite side, and then it has the bench seat behind.
Okay.
So it goes from a 2-passenger to a 5-passenger, but then it also has those windows, which you mentioned you didn't want.
Yeah. Okay. And so the warranty on this is?
3 year, 36,000 miles.
And the maintenance on it is?
Once a year, it'd be 20,000 miles.
Okay, and probably has to be done down here rather than Santa Barbara.
I know Santa Barbara's not licensed to sell sprinters, but they should be able to do a basic service.
Okay, so talk to me about looking at getting a used version of it. What are the pros and cons of getting a used
version? Like, from what I see in the market, there's not a lot of used sprinters that are at dealers. A lot of them that you're going to find, those are going to be private party people that are selling a sprinter. Either have them upfitted for one of two ways. Either it's going to be for their work purposes or their pleasure. So you're going to kind of be looking at things that someone has already built for their own needs that I'm not necessarily sure will work for you. And then you always have to be concerned about how the van was treated. I mean, the resale value on the sprinters is very high. In some cases, if you're able to find something out there in the market, I mean, it's just going to come down to a matter of price for what you're getting.
And so you go online, as you help me, and you find them in Missouri or something like that. How do you check out such a...
That's the old caveat emptor, man. Buyer beware.
Okay.
You know, unfortunately, if you're going to look all the way as far as Missouri, I mean, let's say you find the van that's a couple years old, that's $35,000, then you're going to spend another $2,000 to get it here, and you don't even know what you're buying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it, personally. I would look for something in the local market, private party sale. I mean, you're coming in as a cash buyer, so you have that leverage going for you. But again, it's going to be something, even if you see something private party, you're going to want to have it checked out by a certified technician, just to make sure that the van is what they say it is. You know, like, the vans are durable, but at the end of the day, it comes down to how the van was cared for and how it was treated. You know, if it was taken care of properly, then yeah, there's no issues. But if the guy was taking it off-road and using it to pull a boat where he submerged half of the back of it in the water every time he pulled his boat out, then I would be concerned with rust and again, just making sure that it was cleaned and maintained properly.
Okay, so the second, we went through other brands, and I guess Ford is the second best from your standpoint.
Ford is our closest competitor, yes.
Okay, and what is the advantage of the Mercedes over the Ford?
Safety and ride quality, just like in the passenger cars. Like, you're going to go drive the Ford van, that Ford van it's a commercial vehicle. It's not going to drive as smooth and as nice as the Mercedes. You're not going to have the quiet cabin, and you don't have the same safety that is offered from Mercedes.
Okay. What gas mileage are we going to get on this thing?
Gas mileage on this, you're probably going to average somewhere in the low 20s. You know, some of that's going to come down to your patterns and habits of driving and how often you tow. But the reality is, I think on here, you're going to probably be right around 21 miles per gallon.
Well, we're probably going to be towing 4,000 pounds or so almost all the time.
Yeah.
So is that going to take our gas mileage down much?
It's definitely going to take it down a little bit for sure. How much? I don't know. I'd have to do a little bit of research and get back to you with the actual number.
Okay. So how long you been involved with sprinters and all? You seem to be the most knowledgeable.
I've been involved with sprinters going on about a year now. I just recently took over this position as the commercial director 3 months ago.
Okay.
So, but before that, I was with the Mercedes brand for 9 years.
Okay. So what can we do to get a super deal and non-profit and all that sort of thing?
I mean, I'll give you a super deal, and I'll make sure from a non-profit perspective that you get the best possible deal I can offer.
Okay.
I mean, for nonprofits, I mean, honestly, when someone's doing something good, I believe in karma. So it's not something that I'm gonna.
So you've got some flexibility.
I do.
Okay. And what's lead time?
Lead time, if you were to order it right now, production time at the factory, it's tough. They opened a new factory in Lansing, South Carolina, and the production hasn't really been what they wanted it to be over the last few months. So, I mean, typically I would tell you lead time, you're looking at 90 days. On the safe side, I would rather sit down and see what's available in the market for you, and then just see if I can do a dealer trade and bring in something more specific and tailored to your needs, or take something like this that I have on the lot and just manipulate it to work for you price-wise and fit-wise on the inside. Like, remove the.
So if I wanted to buy this one today, can I drive it off?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So this really, other than the
partition I can take out.
Yeah.
I can have a tow hitch put on this thing in 2 hours. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, and the tow hitch is like another $700 or something like that. So, you know, we're still talking.
Yeah, we're still in the realm.
The $45,000 off, drive it off,
yeah.
License plates,
sure.
Everything,
yeah.
Kind of a thing. So in terms of our budgeting and seeing whether we can raise the funds associated with it, It's you know, if we put $45,000, we can meet or exceed that.
I'll make
Okay.
it work for you.
All right, so I'm going to share this with our board and so on. Anything else, Jerry? Jerry, what's your last name?
My last name's Dallaire.
Good, and I want to get your business cards. Anything else that you'd want to say to our board?
I mean, for the board, I think you guys are doing great work out there. From what he's explained to me, I'm a guy with a big heart, and I'm happy that people in the community are doing things like you guys are doing. So, congratulations and great work out there.
Cool. And thanks, Jerry. And
No problem.
you videoed good.
I've been on here before.
Okay.